amazing people, and you are welcome once again to my channel. If you are new here, hi, you have been missed. Okay, my name is Kardibetv. My friends call me Kardibetv, and I am the king's daughter. I want to say thank you so much to my subscribers. I'm thankful, I'm humbled. Seriously, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I pray that the Lord will bless us and increase us to keep doing His work, because that is the purpose for which we are called. I want to use this opportunity also to tell you about my program or the schedule made for the month of April and beyond. We are starting the book review from Mondays, which is going to be a review of the Bible, the books in the Bible, where we'll have a 2 or 3 panel talking about the Bible, trying to decipher, trying to get to know what the Bible wants us to know, how we understand the scriptures, and the application it has onto our life. So preparing for that journey, that is why this video is going to be like. There's the foundation, how to study your Bible. So this video is going to basically talk about how to study the good book, the Bible, so that when we get to the month of April, we will know, okay, this is what is happening. This is how we got this, and this is what we did, and all that. I guess that is it. So let's just get right into it. And I want to thank my pastor, Reverend Kweku Ewusi Mensah. God bless you so much for assisting me with your notes. Yes, so I've been looking down once in a while, and this is the reason I'm using my notes here. So let's just go right into it. I don't know if you have experienced, difficulties in really understanding the Bible you read. Some people have difficulties in, what does the Bible say? I don't get it. Where from this? That kind of a whole lot of things on your head. So we're going to talk about the 4 secrets you have to know whenever you are reading your Bible. The 4 steps, the 4 know-how, whatever you need to know to understand the Bible. And the first one is observation. Yes, we need to be observant whenever we are reading the Bible. And observation simply means, what do you see? What do you see from it? What do you see? What can you say about it? Yes, what do you see? What can you say about whatever you are reading? So let's take a scripture like Philippians chapter 2, verses 19 to 30. And so I'm going to read quickly Philippians chapter 2, verses 19 to 30, and then we'll try and bring out the key steps I was talking about. So number 1 is,
I hope in the Lord Jesus to send Timothy to you soon, that I also may be cheered. When I receive news about you, I have no one else like him, who takes a genuine interest in your welfare. For everyone looks out for his own interest, not those of Jesus Christ. But you know that Timothy has proven himself, because as a son with his father, he has served with me in the work of the gospel. I hope therefore to send him as soon as I see how things go with me, and I am confident in the Lord that I myself will come soon. So verse 25. I think it is necessary to send back to you Epaphroditus, my brother, a fellow worker, a fellow soldier, who is also your messenger, whom you sent to take care of my needs. For he longs for you, he longs for all of you, and is distressed because he heard you were ill. Indeed, he was ill and almost died, but God had mercy on him, and not only on him, but also on me, to spare me sorrow upon sorrow. Therefore, I am all the more eager to send him back, so that you will see him again and you may be glad, and I may have less anxiety. Welcome him in the Lord with great joy, and honor men like him, because he almost died for the work of Christ, risking his life to make up for the help you could not give me. So here, from
how do you understand it? The first one is observation. As we have earlier said, observation. What do you see? Now, from what we read, we could realize that Paul intends to send 2 people. Very obvious. Intends to send 2 people to Philippi. Paul endorses them as role models, like they were good people. And then Paul identified 2 reasons why he endorsed them. The first one was with Timothy. He said Timothy was he takes a genuine interest in Timothy. Just genuine interest in Timothy. It's in verse 20. And verse 22, he says that Timothy has proven himself. Now, when it comes to Epaphroditus, he says that Epaphroditus was a brother, a worker, and a fellow soldier of Christ, and that Epaphroditus longs to go back because he heard somebody was sick. These are the things you have to bring out. And also, he almost died when working for Christ. So these are the verses you have to just, what do you see from it? And that is it, you'll be good. The next one is interpretation. What is the Bible trying to tell us? What does it mean? Like, what does it mean? Now, you would try to interpret what you just read, which means that, okay, it's talking about a good person, young guys who served, they were good people. Try and interpret the whole verse to yourself and know what it means. Okay, so it talks about good people. They were there for Paul. They were serviceable. They are this, they are this, they are that. They are hardworking. All that. You are just interpreting it to yourself. Don't be in a hurry to just read and walk out. Interpret the verse you have just read. The next one is correlate. So there is correlation. What does the other verses say about what you just read? Now, sometimes in the Bibles we use, we have one that there are some verses that the Bible gives. It could be in the middle or under it or beside it, wherever it is. It could be it. So when you are reading a verse and you are using a Bible like that, take note of the verses, the extra verses they have given you. Sometimes you can be able to refer it back to the Old Testament or so to get to know what the correlation is. Also, you'll be able to use what you have, which is you can read the verse before chapter 1, then the verse after chapter 3, because we read chapter 2. Now, example, if God says that I will bless you and I will bless your family in chapter 2, you don't just grab that and run with it. Why? Like, why will God bless you? So you have to read chapter 1. Then you get the story. God is saying that when you work faithfully for me, when you are able to risk your life for me, when there are some conditions or some clause that you're supposed to do to attain some particular blessings. So you have to read the verse before and then get to understand what the Bible is trying to say about a particular thing. Don't just go like, I don't understand. No, read the verse before and afterwards, then you get to understand it. So that is the interpretation and the correlation. The next one is the application of the verse. Now, you think through it. Okay, I've read Philippians chapter 2, verses 19 to 30. What does that got to do with me? What's up? So then you ask yourself, okay, what do I realize? I realize it's talking about the characteristics of a good person. Okay, so first it was about a good person. So how does it apply to me? Alright, so I realized that they were caring, they had compassion, they were selfless because they were not thinking about themselves. They were selfless instead of being self-centered. They were consistent in the work they do. They were ready to risk their lives for the work of Christ. And they were cooperative. So that's the characteristics of a good person. So if I call myself a good person for Christ, or if I want to be a good person, these are some of the things that they did and I could also learn from them. Somebody has to take genuine interest in my life. Somebody has to recommend me or endorse me. Only if I do these things. Okay. I wanted to say I hope you are getting me, but I believe you are getting me. So this is the 4 secrets into understanding the Bible you study. Observation, what do you see? Interpretation, what does it mean to you? Correlation, what does other verses say about it? And then application, what do I need to know about it? So that whenever you are studying your Bible, you would enjoy it. Like, oh my goodness, you will enjoy the Bible. The Bible is something else. Like, you get to learn a lot from it when you understand whatever you are reading. Thank you so much for spending time with me to understand how to do a Bible study. I pray that the Holy Spirit will help us from today onwards to understand whatever we are reading our Bible, how to observe the key things we have to observe, how to interpret the whole verse we have read, how to correlate it with other verses, and how to apply it to our life, just so that we'll be able to live well for Christ. Thank you so much, and please don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, don't be a stranger. Don't be a viewer only. be a subscriber and turn on the notification button. Please turn it on so that you'll be notified anytime I upload an interesting video. There is something I will be saying on Wednesday and I really need you to see it.